Listening experience. VoxWave.com.
Check out all your favorite shows at VoxWave.com. On Mondays, we keep it moving with The Kim Show from 11 to 1 p.m. Then it's time for a change with Sherry and Mignon, 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then in the end we win with Curtis, 8:15 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. On Tuesdays, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Start your afternoon with The Wealth Zone with Raymond Starks. Then it's Cooking with Flavors with Chef Flavors, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. And treat yourself right with My Spa Bath and Body, hosted by Margaret Harris, 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Up next is Slick Daddy Rick, Heartbeat Congo Hour, rocking from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Then on Wednesdays, you can't miss Impact the World with Cheryl Woods, 12 noon to 2 p.m. And then from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m., we got Slick Talk with Oscar D and It's the Kid. Then from 8 to 9 p.m., we crank it up with Live Set Wednesdays, hosted by Reg Gaskins. And after that, 9:15 to 10:15 p.m., the BGKH Show with Dominion and Epic. And check out our Thursday lineup, starting with You, Math, and Me, hosted by George Randall from 10 to 10:30 a.m. Then from 7 to 9 p.m., the 640 Evening Show with DJ 640. And on Fridays, we start out with Peace in the Morning Show with Darius A. Stan, co-host Delicate Daryl Barnes, and Queen of Sudabed, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. From 10:30 to 11:30, the Hall Street Journal with Robert Hall and co-host Clarence Sanders. And after that, you know we gotta check in with Chanel's 3 Cents, 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Up next, from 3 to 4:30 p.m., Daryl Allen Hairston II Crime Victims Foundation Show with your host, Daryl Hairston. Then, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. is The Rush Hour with DJ Drew and Janique. And from 9:15 to 11:15 p.m., you can't miss Different Mind Show with Bam 640 and DJ Andre Michael, co-host Hillary Banks. Then start out your Saturday mornings with the Hilla Blues Show, hosted by Ron Jackson. After that, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m., The Hour of Power with Reverend Winters Rogers. Then, from 11 a.m. to 12 noon, it's time for Prayer, Praise, and Deliverance with Elder Thurman Gorman Jr. Four Sisters Live Talk, 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. Then every second Saturday, listen to Turning Dreams into Reality Talk Show with Tashika L. Green, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. After that, from 3 to 4 p.m., we walk in newness 24/7 with Missionary Antoinette. And don't miss, from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m., news, ULM News and Analysis, information, sports, Black history, with your host, news anchor Roderick Carter Willis, 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Then, from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m., it's time for DJ Rick, the CEO of Step Your Game Up, the Youth Project, co-hosted by DJ Main and DJ Low Hefe. And then, at 7:45 to 8:45 p.m., it's time for the Fantastic Live Show with MC Fran. And starting out on Sundays, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., I am Dr. Sharon Show with Dr. Sharon. And every first Sunday, from 3 to 4 p.m., it's the Riri Williams Show, Fashion and Style Hour. And every third Sunday, check out the Tea Talk Show with Dr. Akita Pearson, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Then it's time for Real Talk 101, 6 to 8 p.m. And from 8:15 to 9:15 p.m., we're tuned into the Gospel Live TV show with Glory Mello. Stay tuned to VoxWave, where you can find all your favorite shows.
The world's #1 streaming music station, VoxWave.com.
Let's stay real close till the end.
Well. Woo, we are here, ladies. We are here. Four Sisters Live. Welcome.
Good morning.
Happy Saturday.
I think Linda would be in the middle.
I know, right? And happy Sabbath day. This is just a great day. I'm just telling you.
Yeah. Happy
welcome
Royal
to
Day.
Happy Royal Day.
Yes,
indeed.
Happy rainy day.
Happy rainy day. Absolutely.
Happy
It's sunshiny
Saturday.
somewhere, but today here in D.C., on the East Coast anyway, you know, it's a little rainy. But hey, we're here, and we're so happy you're joining us.
Yes.
This is a wonderful thing. So welcome to Four Sisters Live. I'm Wyoming.
I'm Linda.
I'm Peg.
And we have Charlene.
Charlene.
But let me just tell you.
Individual.
I just texted her. I said, you could have told us you flew out to Windsor. You didn't have to leave the sisters hanging. You know what I mean? You could have just told us.
She could have told us,
you
right?
You were going to be flying out there.
And see, Linda was already dressed to go, right?
Okay, and you're ready, but didn't get to
It
go.
would have been a matter of a second for me to get dressed.
I started to wear mine, but I just
Look gorgeous, girl.
Thank you.
Look
It
gorgeous.
looks beautiful.
Yes.
At least one of us are representing.
Yeah, we're
Right.
representing.
But we have her in our
I didn't bring my flag, my little British flag.
Oh yeah, I mean
I had one of
we
those
have
too.
all of that.
Oh,
I wear the
that
royal
works.
blue.
Yeah, well,
that count?
that
That counts. Okay,
I got
good.
dark blue on,
Okay,
right?
that's dark.
I'm still in winter because it's still chilly out there.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, but it's a great day to be alive. I know that.
Yes,
and it's a great day, you know, in Windsor, England. This is great. I'm so happy.
And it didn't rain.
And it didn't. They had the most beautiful day.
Sunshine, blue sky.
I'm just so happy
It
to
was
see the
gorgeous.
news, and they're just really covering this well.
They did. You know, believe it or not, I woke up at 5 o'clock and I sat there and I could not move.
It's
can
one of
believe
those
that.
one of
I
those
couldn't
things
move.
you just
I believe
sit there and you just get spellbound. I can
I
imagine
was peeping through my pillow.
It's just amazing, but I believe she's like the happiest woman on this planet right now.
She is.
And that gown, my God.
How long is that? Did they say how long?
Oh,
her
my
veil?
God. I don't know.
The train, I'm not sure.
The
I didn't
train.
hear that.
I tried to find out, but it is
Simply
beautiful.
But it was just-
She's beautiful. I'm just happy, a woman of color.
Yes.
Duke and Duchess.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Sussex.
just that's success.
Yes.
Sussex. But it's great. So many wonderful things. I love the choir.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my
That
God, you can hear the
sing.
song.
African Americans, they just
Southeast-
representing the
Southeast
Kingdom Choir.
of England. So it was the
Yeah,
English
okay.
choir.
English
That was the
choir.
name of it?
Yeah,
They
they
were
were
beautiful.
beautiful. Stand by me. They were
Stand by
singing
Me.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, they really had. Oh, they sang Amen at the end. You see
Yes,
they say-
amen.
I was
as
like,
they're walking down out.
I think they really put
the
this
royal-
together well. They thought about representing
Right,
all
they
cultures. It's a
did.
melting pot.
Yes, a melting
You
pot,
know,
yes.
of cultures representing out there in Windsor, and I just think it's a God thing. It's
Well,
just
you
a
know
God
that
thing.
the first gentleman who spoke was Reverend Michael Bruce Carey.
Curry, yeah, wasn't he nice? He
Oh
was
my
awesome.
God,
I
he
love it.
was constantly referencing Martin Luther King Jr.
Yes.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I thought that was so compelling.
Yeah.
And then when I noticed, one thing I did notice is that when they were doing the vows, the father never looked that direction. He was always in this state and constantly reading. He wasn't looking because everybody was pointed that way, you know. So that was one of the things that I did notice on that.
Is that a cultural thing, or something that they do? Something that
But nobody, and I noticed with that family, nobody had a smile on their face.
Oh, well, you know, it's very solemn.
they're very serious people.
serious people. Those are
I
serious
think they
people.
just they absorb the moment.
Oh,
And
they
one
different
thing,
from us, right?
well, no.
Because you know we would have been
One
all over the
thing-
place.
Well, one thing I
in the
believe is that they absorb everything. They are just really in the moment.
Right, it's a thinking moment.
But
Okay.
and again, I believe this is one of the most
different.
different
Diverse.
experience and diverse experiences
Diverse,
they've
yeah.
ever had. So they really was
Taking it all in.
the experience was different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
believe
experience
so.
was
That's what it
different.
It was different for me.
It was very different because
Yeah.
they wasn't expecting. Knew what to expect.
But they didn't know what to expect.
I don't think they
Right.
knew what to expect, but I believe
Yeah.
they received it. I do believe in
I
the spirit.
believe they do.
They received it.
Yeah.
And he's happy, and that's what matters, that they are happy.
But
you're not living for people.
This was the
you're
other
living
thing I did
for
notice,
yourselves.
and I meant to, not cutting you off.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry,
I got
dear.
you. Mm-mm.
But when Reverend Michael Bruce Carey was talking about Martin Luther King Jr., Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and at the end, Harry looked over to his bride, and he said, wow.
Yeah. He's into her.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Oh, my goodness.
He knew what he was getting when he married her or asked to marry her. He understood the diversity of
understood
what
each other.
and who she represents. And this is what they both wanted.
Yeah.
She wanted to bring a little bit of herself and mix in with who they are and understand that, hey, you are now, we're moving in a whole different dynamic. And I believe his mom is proud. I believe Diana is really
she
proud
is.
that her son understands that you can step out of the box, that you could do and be who you are, who you are
Exactly.
here to become as a man. And it's a match. I believe it definitely was
Beautiful
a match.
match.
And they
It was
really look good. They love each other genuinely.
Yeah, you can tell.
And they're
Genuinely
into the,
love each other.
Into the same activities, and that was it's important. They're like that was a helpmeet situation.
Yes.
Because they both need each other. They both really understood each other, and a lot of the other women that he had dated, the other few that he dated, they didn't want that limelight. She was already accustomed to it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
of her father.
Yeah.
Her
Because of
father,
father.
kept her. While he was a lighting engineer or
Technical,
something,
yeah.
technical person in lighting, and so she was with in Hollywood
used to that.
and attention.
Yeah, she's used to
and
being a
everything
queen.
all of her life. Right.
Yeah, she's used to being a queen. But I believe he's going to help her adapt
Yeah.
to her new role.
Oh yeah.
And I know she's going to do it well.
And she's an actress, so she can act.
Her mom
She
looked
is an
beautiful.
actress.
Oh, the
Her
color
mother
on her
really
was
looked
so
nice.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And also the queen. I love the color that she had on. That was very, very.
Queen Elizabeth, she was beautiful.
It was just perfect color on her. It was just
Yeah.
something about her. Now, did you see Oprah?
Yes, I did. I did.
Yes.
Oprah was trying to find her seat.
I know. She
So,
said,
and the commentator, the commentator said,
"Hey, I got my piece of paper, but where is my
They
seat?"
said Oprah was sitting and waiting for Megan for about 2
2 hours
hours
before.
Before-
She-
that they had her
before the
waiting
service.
in the room, where they had them waiting, the guests waiting for 2 hours. They by herself, I believe she was by herself.
She
for
got
2
there
hours.
early.
She got there early. Better, yeah.
see, look,
got to get there early.
the announcer or the commentator said, which was kind of funny that she said, she says, I wonder is Oprah sitting in the back?
Really? Is
Yeah,
that
and
like
I
a
thought
little
that
cheap
was
shot?
little,
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, but the way Oprah was looking, she was holding her card and she was looking for some help, somebody to help me find my seat, and then the guy was like, back that way.
Yeah, it was funny.
Well, she's amongst many that did not go, but she's there. You
had
know,
a seat.
Oprah, she had a seat.
Yeah, Serena
I'm
had
here.
a nice seat.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You could see her.
Yeah,
around.
and they even had the baby with them too.
I didn't see the
That's the
baby.
cutest
Yeah.
babies. But speaking of babies, I thought the darlings, those the girls and the little
Oh my
gentlemen,
God, the cutest
they
little
were
thing.
so cute and well mannered.
Yes.
Yes.
I just thought they were just awesome. So they would say, "Who's the little toothless man?" It was just holding her back 'cause he was smiling like he had a bunch of teeth in his mouth. It was so cute. I just thought he was darling, but the whole thing was just precious.
Yeah.
And they're happy, and that's what it's about. So we're happy here.
We're happy.
We had to get that out
APPI.
because we
We're
want to
happy.
acknowledge those that are doing great things.
Yeah.
We want to acknowledge, and I'm telling you who else I'm excited about who's getting married. And they're living here in the American States. Taraji P. Henson, she's engaged.
yes,
I'm so excited for her.
yes.
She's a Southeast D.C. Washingtonian
Exactly.
young
Yes.
lady. I'm excited for her.
excited for her,
Well
too.
deserved.
Do they have a
Yeah,
date?
I am. I don't think they've
haven't
announced a
dated
date
yet.
yet.
Yeah.
But whenever it is, I think that's going to be awesome. And we'll be talking about her as well. So
Yeah.
congratulations to Raji.
Good job.
Hello, Facebook. How are y'all
Hello,
doing? I know
hello.
y'all watching. Hello. Thanks for watching. Love you much. We're just here chatting today because we can. And we have a
And we
great
don't
day.
have
We
the
don't have
other
our
Charlene
quarter
is here.
Wednesday. She's over in Windsor.
in Windsor.
She's faking us out, but she knows.
I asked her to call
Charlene
in.
is such
I
a
asked her, I
queen.
said, if you can, please call in on the first
Well,
half.
you know what time is it over there? It's like 6
I
o'clock.
think it's like 5 hours time
She
difference,
is, so
right?
she's at time. This is
just
up.
call.
But
Well, I want to say this, Linda. Again, you look so stunning.
yes,
with
you
that
look
hat.
wonderful.
And the color, perfect.
It looks
Thank you.
wonderful.
You
Thanks
know,
for representing.
thank
Right. You don't belong here. You belong over there.
Well, I'm living vicariously. Right here. I would have bought the teacups for the tea.
Well, we
But
could have had teacups.
Yes.
oh
We
well.
gotta do that.
Next
We have to
time.
do that
Next time.
because
We're
I'm
gonna
into
do that.
teas. I'm into
I
teas.
love
it,
and
too.
my teacups.
I
and
love it. I
high
love
tea.
it.
I love high tea.
But today is, as you know, we have several segments that we represent every week, and
Yes.
this week is our Education Week. And we got to
Exactly.
talk about education and what it means and how it's affecting our students, our children, our community. And so we're going to have a special guest call in definitely to talk about teen homelessness.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wow.
yes, Pastor
Dr.
Arthur
Arthur
Darby is
Darby.
going to be calling in, and he's going to talk about that. And
That
there's so much
definitely
surrounding
affects
that.
education.
Yeah, it definitely affects
affects their
education.
learning
Oh, it's so
process.
much
It
to
does.
that. So we'll talk about that today. I want to talk about the fact that we had such a wonderful, wonderful time last night with the graduates of Dunbar High School.
Oh, that was last night.
Congratulations
Black Girls
to them.
Rock. You
Oh,
all
right,
get
right.
a hand clap.
Woo, yes.
Classic.
Yes.
Classic and just so much diva style.
Oh.
We had it all laid out for them. They look beautiful. I wish I had some
Oh,
of the
so
pictures
that's where
to
you
share.
were when I called you.
Yes,
last
it
time.
was just really wonderful. The girls look stunning. We had them
Any
just
pictures?
totally. We're going to have pictures. I think what we want to do is have them come in, and then we're going to
Okay,
share all the
great.
pictures and just bring it and put it on a slide. I think it's
Okay.
well worth us putting it on a slide and bringing them in, and we talk about the day that last night's event. But I just wanted to highlight them because the Black Girls Rock really come together, and when we do things, we do it on a high.
know.
We do it on a high scale, baby. We're not cheap. We don't do it. We don't do it on. We do things big,
That's
and I
good.
love the way they really brought the young, let them know they valued, that they are worthy, that they are just beautiful, and they're queens, and you don't have to settle for less.
Right.
You don't have to have a date to feel like you whole.
That's
that
right.
You just go together, y'all hang out together and do things together, and I just want. I want to do this on the other side of the break because I want to give them the opportunity, and I want to read because these young ladies are excelling in school. They just didn't graduate from Dunbar, but they have a future, and they're looking to have a great future. So we're proud of them.
Yeah.
So I want us to take a small break. We're going to come back, and then we can pick everything else back up. But I want
Awesome.
to definitely highlight them. We'll be right back.
Always sisters, always friends. Let's stay real close till the end. Forgiving each other, letting love come. Always sisters, always friends. We have to live in harmony, even though we may disagree. 'Cause fighting each other is not the answer. Sharing the grace. Let's be enriched with peace and love. Letting compassion from above. Never forsaking, just understanding. Ain't that what families are made of? No matter what may come or go, no matter we stick together and it shows. This bond between us, foundation is trust. Yes, it is. Family's all about, yeah. Always sisters, always friends. Let's stay real close. Stay real close. Sticking real close. Giving each other, letting love come. Always sisters, always friends. Really gotta learn.
We're back.
We're
We're
back.
back. And like I said, we're just here enjoying ourselves. Look, we haven't said the word happy. I'm happy. Are you happy
did.
today?
I'll be happy when we get some sun.
I'm happy. Happy.
I think it rained every
HAPPI.
day this week.
Say
And
what?
it's supposed to
Yeah.
rain continuously to
Really?
early part of next week.
Are you kidding
I
me?
think the weather is just a little fickle. It's supposed to April showers bring May flowers.
Well, God had a different plan.
Here's the plan, and we have to be a part of the plan.
That's right.
So I won't complain.
You know, he
'cause I
watering
mean,
his flowers, not yours.
know.
He's watering his trees, not ours. So
You got a lot of trees down too.
right.
Yeah,
So we got
that's
to. Oh,
true.
a lot of trees
but,
are
you know,
down.
But yeah, it's all good though because we
Yeah.
made it, so that's what counts. But no, we were saying that we had an awesome time yesterday, and the young ladies were awesome, and they were excited. And I think they came into their own womanhood last night. You know, that
felt
transition.
good,
yeah,
yeah.
I think because they understood that
Felt
without
pride.
what had happened, they may not have otherwise been able to experience their prom.
So what happened is that what exactly happened?
Well, we were able to award 3
Okay,
deserving
those
young
the
ladies
ones-
of
they-
Dunbar.
these are the ones
they
that
had to
won.
submit
Okay.
an essay
Okay.
to be considered to win
Mm-hmm.
last night. And 3 of the young ladies, they wrote the essay. They were chosen to be a part of us being able to give them a complete makeover for
Okay.
their
So they
from A to
were
Z.
getting the makeover. That's what
Yes,
they were vying
we were-
for.
Right, because
Oh,
they weren't
okay.
able to,
Okay.
for their parents
Of
and
course,
families
of
weren't
course
able
they
to
can,
afford
yeah.
this. So
Yeah.
we reached out and
Right.
chose Dunbar as one of
Right.
the schools.
So they got
for
a
this year.
makeover.
They got a complete,
makeover, you
a
guys.
complete
That's
makeover.
what it
When I
was.
say complete
Good.
makeover, we had celebrity
wonderful.
hairstylists
That's
there.
awesome.
Letitia Thornhill. We had Charlene Brown doing the hair. The celebrity artists.
Was Keisha there?
Vendors. Keisha was there. Keisha was there. 'Cause Keisha's part of this. She's part of the committee
Right,
where we're
right,
on
right.
relative to the Black Girls Rock.
Okay,
And
a complete
They had
makeover.
the hair,
Mm.
the makeup, the nails. We did the gowns. Oh, the gowns were beautiful. The shoes,
Really?
the jewelry, the purses. We did a couple. They had the party bus.
Oh,
limo.
really?
Oh, girl,
So
we
was
don't
the
mess around. We
graduation
don't
actually
play.
last night too? Was the graduation?
No, there was
just the
prom.
prom.
I mean, the
Just
prom
Yeah,
was the prom was
last
actually
night.
last night.
Yes, they had.
So this was the Dunbar prom.
This was the Dunbar prom,
Okay.
and we were able to again
that's good.
give them the opportunity of a lifetime
Oh.
to go to their
Awesome.
prom because the parents was just elated. They were there. We invited the family, the
Oh,
close
that's
family,
awesome.
mom and dad.
That's
We had them sitting down like an audience and fed them because a complete meal.
Really?
We had the backdrop, we had the lights, the camera, brought them out in curtains on the red carpet. Oh, it was
Oh,
awesome.
oh, I can't
wait to see the
this is
pictures.
bad.
I
These
wish you'd
girls.
invited me to that.
We would play
would
around
have
with
See,
them.
let me see how they treat us.
I would have loved to have
When
been
y'all answer
there.
your phone.
No, I answer my
When
phone.
you answer your phone,
You gotta-
you can get invited somewhere. When you get your phone together, I can tell you where to go. Y'all didn't answer your phone.
Should have
Anyway,
heads
I
up on that
digress.
one. Yeah.
I digress. So anyway,
I would love to
I
see
wonder
you.
how, but no, it was beautiful.
I'm
it
sure
was
it
so
was.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But these are the young ladies that I want you all to know what's going on. One of them, out of the 3, Tierra High, senior at Dunbar High, graduating with a GPA 3.5.
Oh,
Wonderful.
awesome.
She will be attending Harrisburg University, majoring in forensic science, minor in psychology.
Oh, we should have had them all
She
here
wants
today.
to be criminal profile and forensic psychologist. You know, so there's like look out for her to CSI.
CSI.
Yeah, look out
CSI.
CSI. Right.
Yeah.
Destiny Stewart. She's graduating with a 3.0. She attending University of the District of Columbia, majoring in nursing. She wants people to know that she wants to care for and she cares about our health as a people. So she definitely wants to be a part of being in the health field. Nakia Harris, graduating with a 3.22 average. She's attending Fisk University.
Wonderful.
Majoring in pre-med, minor in nursing, and she will be joining the Air Force after her time at Fisk.
That is
Wonderful.
So these young ladies have a
sharp.
Got a plan. They
we're
have a
so
plan.
proud. They have a plan.
That's good.
And they were very smart in their own way, shy, but yet they had an opportunity to know how to open up. And
So
say
we're
what
gonna
they
bring them
want
into
to
the
do.
studio.
Well, we're
Yeah,
going
we
to
need
bring
them
them
in
into
the
the studio.
studio.
We're going to have to have them in the studio.
Yes.
So I just wanted to highlight them and thank you.
Yeah.
Kudos to Black Girls
Congratulations,
Rock.
ladies.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
We rock. Yes, this is
Yes.
what we do. This is what we
Yes.
do. This is what we
Yes.
should be doing.
Yes.
Exactly.
That, you know what I
That's
mean?
right.
This is what
That's
we
what
do.
we do.
Yes, this is what
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Absolutely. So,
On a bigger scale.
Peggy,
but that's
how was
awesome.
your week, honey? We know I can't ever get you. What's going on?
Oh, don't even try why. Don't even try why.
Can't can't ever get you. I'm sorry. Just
I
can't
can
get you.
look. Let me tell you something. I've been doing so much. I don't even remember what I did
See?
this week.
See,
She really this is Peggy Morris, everyone. You already know she's our CEO and founder. And when you are running an
President of
operation,
Sisters for Sisters
Sisters Network, and when you're operating with this woman's schedule, you just don't have a opportunity to have you have a downtime, but you don't really have a downtime. You kind of woosah a little bit, but you do it, and when you can, you get it in when you can, how you can, because you always have a busy schedule.
Well, you know, I can tell you what I really focused on this week was because of the elections coming up June 26th. You know, I've been going to the various lectures and conversations they have had around the county, and it's going to be something. That's all I can say.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, and I just hope that people will be smart enough to realize that they can't play with this.
Right.
They can't play with the election in Prince George's County. It's serious. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be a big change in Prince George's County. And so I think people are getting it, and they're getting more engaged because they want to be part of what's happening. So, yeah. That's where I think I spent most of my week.
Well, no,
Just
you're out
in
on
and
the
out.
forefront.
Yeah.
Really setting some things up.
Yeah.
Because Peggy moves with purpose.
Oh, trust me.
Yes.
This
I
lady's
don't have the
moving
time to
with
waste.
purpose.
My life is short. Trust me.
You really
I'm
make it.
closer at that end than I am that end.
Okay.
So you're
We
making
all.
every day
So,
count.
that's right.
Every moment counts. So that's a great thing, you know. But it's great because the Sisters for Sisters Network will be having a lot of events coming up. And we're going to keep you all posted to all these events.
And guess what we're doing
What's going on?
tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow, we're going to roll
Speaking
out
of
the
events.
new Sisters for Sisters Network. Because,
Okay.
you know, as I mentioned before, we've been
Read the
doing...
remix.
Oh, the remix.
You know, you gotta get hip. It's the remix. It's the remix.
well, I always say we've been doing things the way we've been doing it and have accomplished a lot over the past 15 years. But it comes a stage in whatever you do in life, there's time for change.
Yes,
And so
absolutely.
we have made a big change. We're bringing in new opportunities for the women in the organization. We now have office space that we can now do training and workshops. So it's going to be a big swing from what we used to do. And I am so excited. We're going to roll that out tomorrow, which is going to be at our networking
Don't forget to
experience.
give them the address of our new headquarters.
Oh, yeah.
So
we're
that they'll
we're
know.
located at 4640 Forbes, Forbes Boulevard in Lanham, Maryland.
Yeah.
Suites 120 A, B, and C. Okay.
Oh, A, B, and C.
A, B, and C. Okay.
Oh, we've really expanded.
We're not playing with this.
With
This is
conference
serious
room
stuff.
and everything.
This is serious.
Yes.
And the beauty of it tomorrow is we're going to roll all this out. We're going to recognize the 2017-2018 members up until now, honor them with their membership package. And it is my mother's 85th birthday.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Mommy's going to be there, and we're going to honor. She doesn't know anything about it. We're going to honor her.
Oh,
as
she's
well.
not looking at the
surprised.
show today.
Surprised.
She's not looking at the show today,
No,
is she?
no.
Okay.
She's not.
She is
savvy
in.
yet.
Oh, right.
I think she is. Because she'll tell you in a minute. 85? No, you turn it around. I'm 58.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. And I say, I'm sorry,
like
I
that.
can't switch mine, so mine won't work like that.
Not yet.
Not yet, right?
Not
Well,
yet.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Rain or shine.
Yeah, we'll be there.
We'll be there.
Oh, and we're going to be at the Overdue Recognition Art Gallery. And
Oh,
if
yes.
you're not familiar with Jackie and her husband, Derek, guys, you're missing out on a treat. If you're looking for the best in art, in
Yes.
African-American art, black
Yes.
art, whatever you want to call it, that is the place. And they're located 15402 Emerald Boulevard in the Bowie Town Center. If you're familiar with the Bowie Town
Emerald
Center,
Mhm.
you come out of out of Macy, and it's sitting right on the right-hand side.
Right next door to Macy's.
Okay.
You can't miss
So
it.
you can't miss it.
And it's
their hours,
it's an awesome space.
God, isn't it
I mean, the
beautiful?
last event that I attended, that was just beautiful.
I am so proud
High
of them.
ceilings,
great.
and
Yes.
beautiful art
What you see?
everywhere. I
What
mean,
you see?
beautiful framed, awesome. I mean, this is museum quality.
Yes, it is.
Museum quality. So you must go there. You must see the space.
So-
And she rents the space out,
And
so
she
that
rents
if
it out.
you need a
Okay,
place
yeah, okay,
to
yeah, that's
have
nice to know.
Yeah.
a wedding celebration,
reception,
a
any kind of
reception,
reception,
an
yes.
important meeting. her gallery is the setting for it. It's
And if you
wonderful.
go to my house is the second overdue recognition art gallery because I bought a lot of art from them.
Come with your
in my
purse
house.
and your pocketbook and cling to your pearls because it's
You
like
don't want to
we can
You're gonna probably
You wanna
walk out
trade
with
'em in.
something,
The
right?
the best in
Yes,
Yeah.
that is awesome.
Yeah, it's
well,
awesome.
we're going to take another quick break. We got another opportunity to show you some great things. We had a great guest here today. She
Who's
is
our
going to
wonderful
sing. We got a
songbird
vocalist
today?
in here today, y'all. You know how we do it. Bring you the
You
best
all
of the
go
best.
and tell your family and your friends to tune to VOX Wave without the E.
Wave.com.
.com without the E. And our phone number, call
It's
us.
240-719-2560. So we're going to see you back on the other side of the break. We'll be
Don't
right
miss
back.
the talent entertainment. Yeah.
Voxwave now features a streaming radio media player on our website's front page where local artists can get their music played 24/7. For more information on getting your music in rotation or to perform live at our studio, contact Reg Gaskins at 240-832-4455.
Android users, the VoxWave app is now available in the Google Play Store. Download the app today on your Android device to listen in and view programs.
Always sisters, always friends. Let's stay real close till the end. Forgiving each other, letting love cover. Always sisters, always friends. We have to live in harmony, even though we may disagree. 'Cause fighting each other is not the answer. Sharing the grace. Let's be enriched with peace and love. Letting compassion from above. Never forsaking, just understanding. Ain't that what families are made of? No matter what may come or go, we stick together and it shows. This bond between us, foundation is trust. That's what you family's all about, yeah. Always sisters, always friends. Let's stay real close, sticking real close, giving each other, letting love cover. Always sisters, always friends. Really gotta learn to love each other.
Don't say we are
right.
sisters, we are
sisters.
friends. We gotta learn to love each other.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We gotta
We
learn
don't
to
have
love
to
each
learn.
other.
We already know
We
what it
already
is.
know how to do
Love.
it.
All we need is love, y'all. That's
I
what
tell
that
you.
minister talked about today. Love.
Yes, he
Oh,
did.
did you?
Did,
oh
did he
my
talk? Did,
God.
did he
interesting.
talk
He was
about
entertaining.
love?
I took a food.
Oh, my
notes.
goodness.
Oh my God, he said so much. I was so proud.
But he
of
was
that
entertaining
gentleman.
kind of way.
Yes. He was
wasn't
like
starched and
real
just
gospel.
plain, but he made them laugh and smile. He said, I gotta
He
hurry up and get
said,
y'all
he
married.
said, "Love your neighbor as you love yourself."
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
That's what God
Love
asked
your
us to
neighbors.
do.
And while you are at it, love yourself.
While
If
you're
you
at
don't
it,
love yourself, you
Just-
can't love
that's
anyone
right.
else. So
That's true.
that's
I said,
That's
"Go
so
ahead,
true.
brother."
that's a principle.
He talked. He hammered love.
He said, "There is power in love."
Yes,
I thought that was the key.
that was the
There's
key.
power in love.
And you're
Power
talking
love.
about that love that they have. They already attained the love anyway. It was about him really
Ooh,
just
see.
expounding on it and really just
He was telling.
give
he
it to
was-
everybody
he
else.
was talking
really, 'cause
to everybody
they had-
else.
Right, it really.
He was spreading
It was
the
like,
love.
okay,
And he was
family,
spreading the real
understand that it's love here.
Right.
You all have to bring in the
Everybody,
love.
yes.
It's time for you all
And
to
you know,
embrace
they were
that
looking at
love.
each other in the audience. They were like, You know,
Oh, they're getting this.
yeah,
loved
they
it.
heard it because he hammered it. He hammered love.
But
It
this
was
is
awesome.
this is the final thing that I made note. He said, "Love is to show us how to live."
That's right.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
It really,
It's
that's
so
what's
important.
missing. People want to say they love, but they don't know how to live.
Surface. It's just
So it
on the
all goes
surface.
together. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Oh, I love her, but you don't. No. I think you're missing something there. You know,
It's
you're
not
missing
deep.
the key
It's not
moment
deep
of that.
enough.
Right.
It's not deep
exactly.
enough.
You can't love me and then turn around and criticize me
Right.
and throw things at me and
Right.
then turn and feel like, okay, that
yeah.
was love. No, that's
That's
not.
not love.
That's not love. So I think we need to have a segment on that.
On love.
Literally, that's a segment
There you go.
itself.
We use
But
it in our domestic violence segment.
yeah, I think that should be one of
Oh,
our
that was the other place I was.
that's a good one, Ron.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The
I say
love,
that a lot.
right,
you know.
right.
When we were talking about the things I was doing over the week, I did go to a domestic violence symposium. Man, you know what? Let me hold that until that
Yeah.
segment. But it just rang a bell when you were talking about the things that we had done this week. But that was fun.
That was one of the parts. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, definitely. But we have opportunity again. We're going to share momentarily. We have our guest,
Woo!
Pastor.
I'm excited.
Well, we have Pastor Darby who's online, but he's going to hold for us.
Yes.
And we're going to get back with him on this. But in the meantime, we have a wonderful
Karen.
artist here for you guys. She is so awesome. I had opportunity to meet my darling other daughter, who introduced me to Karen, and I'm so happy to have her here. Karen Lynette is a songstress that hails from Silver Spring, Maryland, and she's been doing so much. She's commanding the audience. I could tell already. So I could tell her singing. Y'all want to know how I know? There's something about the spirit.
Yes.
Yes. Isn't
Right.
it-
About
Singers
their
know singers.
aura.
Yes.
But this lady, Karen, has graced the stage at venues such as Historic Blues Alley and DAR Concert Hall, the Showplace Arena. She's been honored out of the country and performing a national anthem for the J.F. Kennedy Center. So she has done so much, and she's presently, she was telling me she's performing on a play coming up. We're going to get all that information and more. But right now,
Here we
ladies,
go.
put your hands together out there for
Woo!
Karen Lynette.
For you, there might be a brighter star, but through my eyes, the light of you is all I see. For you, there might be another song, all my heart can hear is your melody. So long ago, my heart, without demanding, informed me that no other love could do. But listen, did I not, through understanding, fell in love with one who would break my heart in two? For you, love might bring a toast of wine, but with each sparkle, know the best for you I pray. For you, love might be for you to find, and I will celebrate our love from yesterday. La 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 la. Love, Say love might be for you to find. Love might bring a toast of wine. Yeah, yeah. In my heart, your melody will stay with me. Oh, you are my star, yeah. Hey. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you
Come
so
on
much.
over here, sweetie pie. That is great. That's great. Woo.
Oh my God, Karen.
Thank you so much, Karen. I just want to shake your hand, baby. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen.
Appreciate you. Thank you
Ooh,
so much. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Oh
Girl.
my God.
I'm excited to have you here.
a little bit more.
Just so your voice is just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Tighten
it on up. Make sure we get you in the screen. All right.
So Karen,
Yes.
you took the time out of your busy schedule because I know you're in production, I believe.
Yes.
And tell us about what's going on in your life and what are you doing as an artist?
No.
What?
First, before you get started, let me tell you, we didn't give her credit. With
Right.
I'm looking at
Hey,
She-
listen to this list here.
I'm looking at the
Norman
list.
Carter,
Man, no, that's what I
Michael
wanted to
Henderson,
Yes.
Jimmy Hahn,
Yes.
Miles J.
C.C. Peniston.
Nikki Howard, Tom Brown, Regina Bell, sister.
and Dexter Wansell.
Dexter Wansell.
Legendary Dexter.
It's like,
Oh
woo,
my goodness.
Give me another high five. Yes, ma'am.
high
That's
five.
what I'm talking about.
She's been
Girl
with the
got-
greatest.
Oh,
She's been with the
got
greatest.
going on.
Yes.
Yes.
Truly a blessing, ladies.
Yes,
Truly
yes.
a
So you
blessing.
stay busy.
I stay
I see the
busy.
word busy in here. I didn't see that word, but I really can put busy in between all this,
And
right?
busy is good. Like we
Busy
talked about
is-
before,
yeah,
busy
we
is
talked
good.
about- we said that
Busy is a
busy's good.
blessing.
There you go.
Truly a
It
blessing. A wonderful opportunity to share the stage with all those legendary artists. It's so interesting how you'll sit and listen to those records growing up, and then to actually be on the stage with these people. I can, ooh,
Yes.
It's a dream.
it's a real humbling experience.
And
I
when
tell
you do this, you're leaving a legacy for you as an artist for yourself,
Yes,
you
yes,
know.
yes.
And that's something we don't take for granted because we live for these moments.
Exactly.
As artists, as
Yes.
singers, we do live to have the
Yes.
opportunity to share stage with such wonderful artists. So that's great. Did you lead? Did you open up act? Your background? I mean, to recording studios. It seems like you've done all of these platinum.
And I want to know
Yes,
who
yes.
inspired you from the very beginning out
wow.
of all of these. So we got some questions.
I'm going to answer your question.
we
Though,
wanna know.
all of those situations were all background jobs. With the exception of a few, like with Michael Henderson, actually. Funny story, he was performing at Blues Alley, and I said, hey, he was going to do Valentine Love. You want me to sing that with you? Because Gene was not there. So I was happy. I was happy to fill in for Miss Jean. She's
my sister.
She's one of my musical heroes.
Yes,
So
that's right.
I was more than
Mine
happy to
too.
fill in for
Yes,
her. So
absolutely.
I filled in for her on that one.
And-
Dexter Wansell, actually, we had a chance to, a couple of other ladies and I, we did the backgrounds for his show, but we also had the opportunity to lead some songs as well. So that was, because he's, if you don't know the name Dexter Wansell, I mean, if I read off his resume, that'll give you a better sense of
Yeah,
his
right,
He's
yeah.
definitely, definitely
know him
a
well.
historian.
So yeah,
in
we
music.
we had an opportunity to lead some songs, and it was some stylistics and some Patti LaBelle and Phyllis Hyman. You name it, he's done it.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah,
He's behind
so
us, the scene
he's
on
behind-
a lot of
oh,
those
yeah,
music.
Definitely.
Ooh, well, Lynette, so you're going to do a play coming up. Are you privy to talk a little bit about it now, or you want to wait another time?
Just
we
a
have
Just a little bit. Can we have a little bit?
Just give us a
Sonia.
Just us.
We won't
Yeah,
tell.
we want
Right.
to be a part.
We have not hit the promotional tour as of yet, but it's called "I've Cried the Blues," written by a gentleman by the name of Dennis Williams, and we're looking at possibly February of next year to go and definitely. When the word comes out, we definitely would appreciate some support. Come on,
we
with
there,
it.
honey. You got it.
Thank you. So, yeah.
Facebook world, you hear that. Support.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
VOX Wave. Support.
Support, yeah. Support the
Yes.
artists. We're all local artists,
Right.
and no matter what, we need
Right.
your support anyway. Do you have any product out?
I do. I'm currently have 2 singles, which the one I just performed was a cover of, originally done by Stevie Wonder, called Another Star. I have an original called Couldn't Love You, L-U-V, and the letter U. And so right now promoting those 2 singles. And as well, I have a couple of shows coming up. I'll be at Blues Alley July 25th, Wednesday.
Ooh, okay.
July 25th.
July
Write that
25th,
down.
I'll be at Blues Alley performing. So please get your tickets and come on out. I'd
yes.
love to see you in the
I
house.
love Blues Alley.
And hope
Yeah.
to, and we'll present some more new music for you at that time as well.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Well, we're so
Well, you
happy
can
you
count
were
us
able to
in
come.
on
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have you back again as well anyway, so
you.
no
Yes.
problem on that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Well,
you.
definitely.
Thank you for coming. As like we said, we appreciate
Thank you,
your lovely
ladies.
voice,
Thank you.
lovely
Awesome.
smile,
Awesome.
and everything. So
Thank
put your
you.
hands together for
Yes.
Karen Lynette. everybody.
Yeah.
Karen, one thing I want to say before we go on the break, do you have any information that you want to share with the audience, how to contact you
Certainly.
and everything if they need to
Yes,
book
definitely.
you?
Right.
That's one.
That's the best part of it all.
That's beautiful. Yes,
Bottom
yes, yes. You can follow me on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram as well as Twitter. And I'm still trying to learn Twitter. I don't understand.
feel
it.
bad.
But okay. But I know it's old for the young people now. But
Right.
Yeah.
But Karen, Karen, they call me in the DMV. They call me Kern if they can't pronounce Karen.
Kern.
That's the
So
running
Kern,
joke. They
yeah,
say Kern.
Kern.
Okay. And Lynette is Linette. Lynette with an I, not a Y.
So look her up on Facebook,
That's
friend her
right.
on
Yes.
Facebook, and inbox her, whatever the case may be. She'll
Please.
get right back with you, I'm sure.
That's right. Let's get it
Right.
going.
Thanks
Let's get it going.
again,
Thank you.
Karen. Thank you, Karen. We'll be right back.
Right back. We have someone on the phone.
Oh, okay. We're going to get back on our call. When we come back, we got Pastor Darby. So
Yes.
don't go anywhere. This is going to
go.
be important to talk about.
All right.
Definitely.
Thank you. Awesome.
Thank you, ladies. Always sisters, always friends. Let's stay real close till the end. Forgiving each other, letting love cover. Always sisters, always friends. We have to live in harmony, even though we may disagree. Spying each other is not the answer. Sharing the grace. Let's be enriched with peace and love. Having compassion from above. Never forsaking, just understanding. Ain't that what families are made of? No matter what may come or go, we stick together and it shows. This bond between us, foundation is trust. That's what yes, it is. Family's all about, yeah. Always sisters, always friends. Let's stay real close, till the end. Real close, giving each other, letting love cover. Always sisters, always friends. We gotta learn to love each other.
Yes,
All right,
I am
all
so
right.
excited. Karen stopped by in her business. She's literally
Beautiful.
skating out to leave to go to another event, but I thank her for coming by, enjoyed her, and we will have her
Yeah.
back, definitely. I love her.
Don't we have some awesome women come through here?
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Songbirds.
We have
We
to
really
do
have.
something to bring all of them
Ron over there saying, yeah.
we're gonna
to a
have a little
serious
show. We're gonna have
concert.
We are. I think we
do a
talked
concert.
about
Yeah, we
having
talked about
something
that.
we're
Right
going to
here.
pull together. That might work, but we
Here
definitely.
and then out.
Yeah.
Yeah, our
Okay.
events that we have
Yeah,
too. We can
of
just
course.
highlight
Highlight
all
them.
of our
Right.
guests that we've had thus
Yeah.
far. Because we've been in the game now for about, 18
Since
episodes?
November.
Yes, since December. So we're
Yes.
we're coming around. We're making it happen.
Yes,
but in the
yes.
meantime,
Ladies.
wait a minute, wait a minute, you're interrupting our show. Who is this? Wait, we on live. Reggie? This is live. This is what I'm talking about.
And living color.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
I said, who over there with the church?
It's a royal day, everybody.
Royal
We
day.
got a sister in royalty.
That's right. That's right. Represent.
A brother
You
preaching
are
the whole
too
time.
much. We are not on that.
He done brought up Martin Luther King to the royal house. Now. You know what I'm saying? He done put it all down.
Thank you, Reggie Gaskins, for interrupting our show. I love it. My bad.
Oh my goodness.
Facebook, that is Reggie Gaskins, the owner of Voxwave, and runs this
Our
place.
owner just-
I guess he's the owner.
Tornado.
Come on in.
The tornado just
who
came
does
through.
that? But here,
Only
him.
someone who knows they can do that.
Right. He's got that kind of pull, right?
Right.
I just wasn't expecting that. It wasn't like it was planned. I was just saying anything would happen on this show. Reggie Gaskins, we're going to deduct $25 off.
Lock the
Hey,
door.
look. I guess what? He won't be back.
You start taking money off this joint, he won't come back and do that again.
We're gonna find
But
him.
I tell you, that is awesome. But we can laugh, and it's good to laugh. It's healthy to laugh, right? And he
Yes.
just did that, and I think he knew he was going to
He
do
knew what he
it.
was doing.
He just knew he was going
Thank
to
you,
do
Reggie.
that. But today we're going to introduce to you a gentleman that also was recommended, Pastor Arthur Darby III. He is a member of Temple of Praise, but not only that, I think he's a youth pastor over there, but he was born and raised in Prince George's County, and he's committed to the underserved and the oppressed. He also attended Morgan State University.
Yes. And
That's
guess
right.
what? He majored in sociology, and I did too.
Really?
Oh, we already
Y'all had
connected.
something. We're going to bring him personally
Bring
in
him
here. He
on.
was unable
Yeah.
to be with us today in person because he's on travel. But this topic that he's going to be speaking of is so important, and it's happening next weekend, which is the 26th, I believe. And you may see the flyer that's on here. They can see the flyer, Ron. The flyer is being shown, displayed right now. And that is this topic is talking about teen homelessness. And we don't understand, if you don't understand the nature, how important it is on teen homelessness, they're out now advocating to end youth homelessness.
We have to.
And we need to.
We need to,
We
yeah.
don't understand these teenagers are going through. We see adults out there in the street, and we just think that's a terrible thing as well. But we talk about our young people, the numbers are great. And it's across the country. But I believe that they are doing this so that we can begin to have dialogue about what is going on, why it's happening, what we need to do to stop it. How can we help our young people to come into the fold of knowing that you don't have to be out in the streets. But you know what? A lot of these young people are running away.
But they need to know where to go.
And they don't have anywhere to go.
Right.
And then they come to church, and the church is the place in the safe haven that they should be able to go to be able to come and talk about these things. So we want to get right into this. I want to call you Dr. Darby. Are you on the line?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
how are you?
I'm great. We're great.
Thank you for your patience.
Thank you for joining us on Four Sisters Live. Can you hear
no
us?
problem. I definitely appreciate it. Yes, I can. I
Okay,
appreciate
yes.
the opportunity.
Tell us what you want us to know about the campaign, if you will, the movement on ending youth homelessness.
Yes. Once again, thank you for having me. We have a End Youth Homelessness event on Saturday, May 26th, and that is next Saturday, coming at the Temple of Praise at 700 Southern Avenue, Washington, D.C. This is definitely something that I find very personally close to me because we definitely do have homeless individuals, youth, under the age of 24, not just in our church, but definitely in our immediate community. This is something that is definitely increasing. And most people, when they think about homelessness, especially youth homelessness, you think about the person who's asking you for money at the stoplight and asking you for money to go do all kinds of things. But we're not really thinking about youth homelessness, that youth that are phasing out of foster care at the age of 18. And they have nowhere to go. So we would actually have individuals who were informing us that they were sleeping at the Metro, that they were sleeping under someone's porch, and that they did not have clothes and food. So a lot of times they were not coming for money, but they were coming so that they could eat and get fresh clothing and resources and to find out information about shelters. And the greatest thing is that a lot of people are not able to identify with this, because if you're not personally dealing with it, or you have not had to really face those kind of realities, then you're limited to believing that homeless individuals are just those that are asking you for money when you're coming out the store or at a stoplight, and not realizing that some people are in displaced home environments, especially a lot of youth. They're living in homes with parents that may be on drugs, with fathers who may be sexually abusing them, with domestic violence taking place in the home. And so for them, the living out on the street, or what they call couch surfing, so living from friend house to friend house and aunt's house, is better for them than living in the environment in which they live in their homes.
A lot of them, like you just mentioned, they run away, or they're living in an environment that they really probably don't want to be involved in, but they're forced out and they don't have anyone to turn to. A lot of them may be on drugs. I found that there are teenage pregnancies. A lot of the young ladies who are teenage pregnancies, they may need a place to stay. Do you find that there are shelters out there for these young people?
Yeah, so we have partnered with Covenant House DC, which is one of the largest organizations in our region in Washington, D.C., that serve youth under the age of 24 and offer what we call wraparound services. So one thing with dealing with youth homelessness is you can't just address the immediate shelter concept. You have to really address the whole person, because as you were talking about with teen pregnancy and the drugs, a lot of these things are consequences to being homeless. So you have, and these are found in the National Network for Youth study, that mental illness, substance abuse, victimization, criminal activity, unsafe sex practices. There was a study conducted by Covenant House International that showed 67% of young women that were interviewed had been paid for sex. So they were involved in some type of prostitution. So these are things that are consequences to not having anywhere to go, not having, and being literally in severe poverty. So we do find that although they may have immediate shelter, somewhere that they can get a bed overnight, it doesn't address really the consequences and barriers that they're dealing with due to being in chronic homelessness. So when we're addressing homelessness, as we've been trying to do, this is why the event is not just targeting housing services, but it's also targeting the concept of employment and education, because we get you a place to stay, and we can even with the workforce development and traditionally how it's been, we get you a job, and that goes on the books as saying that we targeted the issue. But getting a job is not enough if your literacy level, you can't read.
That's
true. So you'll never be able to get employment to a place where you'll be able to be self-sufficient. So you have to really address homelessness is really the root of it, but we have to also address those consequences to it. So we do have immediate shelters in D.C. where these young people are able to stay, but we've actually had young people say, they're tired of staying in the shelters because some of them have to go to adult shelters. For them, it's unsafe. They saying that they're getting items stolen, or, and you think about a 19 or 20-year-old who did not ask to be put in a certain situation, but by virtue of their environment, they have to. And you think about maybe your own child or something, they shouldn't have to, have this desire to say, well, you should be able to go to a shelter. At least it's somewhere to lay your head at night. You should be good.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, let me ask you a question. What is happening with training, like on-the-job training? Is there any type of, resources out there in the DMV that can support this as well?
Yes. There's definitely within Washington, D.C. That's one great thing about Washington, D.C. is there is a lot of education programs and on-the-job training programs and certification programs that are offered to young people, that are even offered to older adults. that will give them that opportunity to get free education. So they can go to places such as University of District of Columbia and their workforce and lifelong learning program and be able to get certifications in HVAC and nursing, all of these different type of programs to help them get some type of certification so that they can land career opportunities. And that's one of the main focuses of the event, is to bring all of these organizations. So we've partnered with over 20 local organizations that are going to come to bring all of these services that they offer so that we don't have to send youth, to 5 different locations in order to get wraparound services. We're planning to bring them all to the church that day.
That's
so that
awesome.
they can be able to address so there's definitely education and on-the-job training programs and things for them to be able to progress.
So it's more like a one-stop shop where everything is in one central location and everything can be done at that one location?
Yes, definitely.
Awesome.
Definitely a one-stop shop. And that's definitely one thing that Covenant House is highlighted for. They've been definitely focusing on making sure that they're not just providing shelter and housing, but that they're also assessing to be able to refer and also be able to offer those education programs that lifelong learning, those certification programs, so that they can address the whole person and even the mental illness portion.
Yeah, can I say this, Darby? I can tell the passionate coming through the phone of what you're doing here. I guess that comes from being a Morganite, because I graduated from Morgan with a degree in sociology, so I see that you graduated
Same here,
as well. So congratulations. Also, I'm just sitting here just thinking how our organization, Sisters for Sisters Network, can kind of collaborate, because what I see in all of this is a need of accountability. These young people are looking for someone to keep them accountable through this whole process. So I'd like to talk to you offline and we can talk more, but I can see a role that we can play, Sisters for Sisters Network, because we want to we're expanding our reach in the DMV into DC, so this would be a perfect match.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
About transportation. How do we get these young people to you? How do you have a bus or some type of transportation means that they can get to this event?
Yes, I'm definitely glad you asked that. We have recently just partnered with the Department of Human Services, which have been great with us, and they will be providing transportation for us to be able to go to the shelters. So what we did was we literally hit the pavement to go to the local shelters and to the group homes to pass out sign-in sheets for them to sign up to come to the event, although it's definitely open to all if you did not sign up, and definitely free, so that we could get a number of how many people would need transportation. And so we will literally be hitting up places such as Covenant House, Sasha Bruce, DC General, to actually pick these individuals up. So we definitely have received great support from our top local officials that have been very helpful in addressing this, because they definitely identified the need.
Thank you. Yes, that's great.
Well, I see you have a degree in criminal justice and public administration. Did this kind of put you in a position to want to do some things because of your experience out there with young people and the need that you may have saw this happening in your tenure?
Yes, it's definitely been a blessing to watch how my educational tenure has started to really immerse itself into what I'm doing. And so I've been finding a great blend with my ministry and a great level of public engagement, and realizing that it's a part of ministry that we really have to, address in order for me to be an effective youth pastor, I have to address really the social and economic concerns of the youth that I pastor. And that has definitely been a great focus of my ministry now, and is really in order to help them progress, because I always use this saying of it's hard to disciple youth that are worried about where they're going to sleep at night or what are they going to eat later on that day. So we can't just, just stick to just that one focus, but we have to be able to identify and address every concern. So yes, I've definitely been able to blend all of that education into really being more of an effective pastor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, are there going to be breakout sessions? What is this going to look like on the 26th?
Okay, awesome. There'll be 20 organizations there that will have tables. They will have resources and information. We have some organizations that will be offering direct hiring opportunities for individuals. And then we will also have inside, Community Connections will be offering mental health and mental illness assessments for individuals.
That's awesome.
And not just assessing them, but also starting a case management file to be able to engage and work with them to offer them the medications and services that they are needed, because we definitely understand that mental illness is a part of this as well. Sasha Bruce will be doing free HIV testing, and for every young person that is able to get tested, they will give a free movie ticket to. We also have band music. We will be giving away free care kits, which will consist of basic toiletry items for our young people. We will be giving away fruit. We have partnered with Martha's Table their focus is going into some wards that are full of poverty to give them healthier food options. So they will be giving away fresh fruit to those individuals. So the main goal was wraparound. That's the one thing that I was focused on, identifying and addressing the whole person.
Yeah.
So not just, an employment thing or mental health thing, but addressing, they could come and, like you said, one-stop shop and just get everything taken care of right there.
Well, we definitely appreciate you. You had another question?
And I was going to ask, after this, is this an ongoing program? I know this is the kickoff. Is this something that will be happening on a regular basis every week or
once annually?
Yes.
How is that? So we'll know how we can play a role, and we need to know how we can help out. I mean, if it's no more than donate toiletries or help with the care packages, something simple like that.
Exactly.
So that's definitely a great question, because for me, this is a launch event, and that is how we have been promoting it. So this is definitely a launch event for us to be able to have immediate services and direct programming within the church, because as you stated earlier, the church is expected to address these needs on a continual basis. And so we want to be able to have internal services that conduct assessments, counseling, referrals, documentation, and actually tracking the progress of every youth that we deal with. So every youth that we counsel, every youth that we refer a housing program to, we want to actually be in direct communication with those organizations to track their progress, offer intervention and counseling, to make sure that we're not just referring people, but we're actually guaranteeing their progression. And so that is kind of where the start of the program will be, but we're eventually desiring to expand into having our own, our own centers, our own things that we can, when youth come, they can get those direct services right there at the church, and we don't have to, we work in partnership and in the community and with these other organizations, but that we also are addressing that need right there as well. So that's definitely our goal. We have asked organizations if they want to come together as an organization to do a coat and a new undergarment drive, because those are things that we want to be able to give out to youth, especially younger children, with the elementary schools that we have partnered with. We want to definitely be able to do that in the winter to make sure that these children have coats and brand new undergarments.
Well, I applaud you for the work you're doing as a youth pastor. And the youth pastor doesn't just wear the title. It's a job to do. You have a mission. Yes, you definitely do. And I want to also acknowledge your leader, Bishop Glenn A. Staples, thanking him and your church leadership there, because when the pastor signs off on this and give a green light, that means a lot.
Yes, and he's been extremely supportive throughout this, and he's excited about us doing this as a youth ministry and as a church. So I definitely thank God for him and his great leadership for us in this process.
Yeah, but Linda was just saying, because our youth they are our leaders and they are our future, and they're the ones carrying on the torch, and we got to train them up and be able to guide them in the direction they should go, and the church is in the forefront of this. So I really, really appreciate the fact that you are a part of this. As many other churches, I'm sure, should come and partner with this to do some things as well.
Are there other churches involved
with this? And if they are, we want to acknowledge them. The Covenant House, are you all working with the Covenant House in Southeast?
Yes, we definitely are. We've opened it to the whole community. So any churches, any organizations, but our main partner has been Covenant House DC, which has been tremendous in helping us with outreach, even getting out flyers. Definitely Dr. Henson, who is the CEO of Covenant House, who will also be there to bring greetings. And Council Member Robert White will also be there to speak on his initiatives and policies concerning youth homelessness. So we've definitely had great support in this. It started off as small planning. We were just going to have something in the basement of the church for a small amount of people. And I always just say, once the vision got out to the right people, people saw the vision and they began to join board, and it's definitely turned out to be tremendous and a blessing.
Well, we pray that you all will have an awesome day, that it'll turn out so well that you can have youth lined up around the corner trying to get in to be a part. So we pray for the success of that. We want you all out there to know, and Facebook, to be aware that they're having a launching of Ending Teenage Homelessness next Saturday at the Temple of Praise Church. Can you give us the information of the location and any other information we need to get in touch with you, and website that they can get information on this?
Yes, it's next Saturday, May 26th at 2 p.m. It'll be from 2 to 6 p.m. at the Temple of Praise. That's 700 Southern Avenue, Southeast Washington, D.C. If you want any other information, you can also go on to our Facebook page, which is Facebook-NextGen, that's N-E-X, Gen, G-E-N, Top, T-O-P. And you can go on there to get information. You can also go on to our church website, which is www.thetempleofpraise.org. And we have our flyer, and you can get any information. But if you would like some direct communication and direct contact on how you can partner, how you can assist us, you can email me directly at topyouth@thetempleofpraise.org. That's topyouth@thetempleofpraise.org.
Well, thank you so much, Pastor Darby. We appreciate you. We're going to have you come in the studio after this is over to give us some information on what had happened and what we can do as we move forward. But we definitely like to meet you in person on this. So we'll set up a date for that and have you back and bring in
some of the youth.
Yeah, that's because they could testify.
That would be awesome.
Bring in some of the youth that you choose, to whoever you want to come. Because we need to hear from them.
We have the 5th June. 5th is our community.
That would be awesome.
The community Saturday, the 5th Saturday in June.
Yeah, so we'll talk about the date that we can have you to come in. But we thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to call in and give us all this. Yes, you're so welcome.
And thanks, Morgan Knight.
So you continue to have a great day, and bless you and all that you're doing. Oh my, this has been wonderful. I enjoyed that. That was great. I think it was well needed.
Road over to England.
Yeah, all the way over here.
Numbers.
But we are really doing good. So, other than that, I think we just need to understand we are really, really trying to help the community, help our young people, and do something to engage them in what we're going to be doing for them for the future.
Yeah.
So I just think this is great. Peg, what else do you have? Because I know we are just here today.
Anybody knocking on our door?
Are they outside waiting?
Because we have conversations continues, and I think we need to continue on if we're going to continue on, because this has been like a very engaging.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can do that, Ron, what we looking like? We're all good. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. Yeah, we're going to take a break because there's a couple of things that we want to be able to take care of, but we'll be right back.
Right back.
Always sisters, always friends.
We're back.
We have our conversation continues because we do this every week. We kind of break away from our first segment. We bring back our second segment, and we're just flowing today because it's just one of those days we feel like we want to be able to. Yeah, we're just hanging out, like we're at home. I wish I had some coffee.
Yes. Will somebody please call us?
Please call.
Please. Anybody,
bring us some donuts. Where's Reggie Gas?
Facebook
Live. And get us some donuts.
Reggie, come on. Could you bring over there?
Could you bring us some cheese? What's that? Cheese biscuits from Red Lobster.
Reggie's still here.
Ask Reggie to go to Red Lobster. Cheese biscuits and coffee.
Yeah, whatever.
Red Lobster. Right down the street.
Reggie got to come in and take Charlene's seat. Right?
Yeah. Tell Reggie come on in and talk about the station.
But I want to, on a serious note, I thank Pastor Darby for coming on and talking about that because it is a serious situation. Just like we talk about domestic violence and how that's happening as well, and we talk about our health and wellness, and this month is Mental Health Month, so we're covering boundaries that really affect the community. When we talk about the community, the youth are included.
Yes.
They are included with everything, and our youth, what is something missing, and it needs to be fixed. We are, as adults and parents, are responsible for what's going on with our children. When they get out there and they start doing these crazy things, something happened somewhere. There was a breakdown somewhere in the home. Something happened, as in case happened in Santa Fe, Texas. That was another sad situation. That this young man shot and killed 10 students yesterday in Santa Fe, Texas.
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
Here we go again.
Oh, my goodness.
Talking about this same thing that is affecting our youth, our students, that can't go to school. Mental illness, which this young man was supposed to have been known as a loner.
But he was saying that he was bullied. That was one of the issues that he was dealing with at that school. Okay.
Because the fact that he went there with the intentions to allegedly kill the students that he did on purpose, because he spared the ones he liked.
Oh, okay. I thought he went. His intent was to kill himself.
Well,
but then it got to the school and
started
turned out.
Yeah. But whatever the case may be, it's still terrible. It's awful. Our kids can't go to school now. The parents have to pray that their students come home every day.
True.
And you just don't know.
And the students have to pray that they get to school and come back.
Yeah. And so now there are all these red flags, and what are the signs that we attend to when we see a student that and that's on the football. I think it's on the football team.
But I'm just sitting here just thinking, as a young person in school when I was growing up, to think about the fear of being in the classroom, not knowing whether or not someone was going to turn on you with a gun, I couldn't even imagine that.
No.
I spent my time trying to figure out if I got home and my mother was safe. Okay. Nevertheless, sitting in a classroom and whether or not to know I'm going to make it out today. It's got to be too much for a child to take on.
You're just sitting in a classroom trying to learn, get education, and all of a sudden your whole day has just been interrupted. And I mean, seriously.
And that's really interrupts your life after that.
Yeah, because you messed up.
Because you never forget that, and you always have that sense of fear. And, especially when you go back, you have that sense of fear, and that turns into mental illness, because it stays in the back of your mind. And most of the kids do not know how to release it, so they release it in another negative way. It's not always in a positive way because we haven't been taught, because you don't expect this to happen to you. So it affects you in some way, probably almost the rest of your life. I know they're bringing in counselors and social workers and so people who deal with mental illness for our young people, but we have to be more aware of the signs. And I think, the young people, we cannot take it for granted that a person is just acting crazy or he's acting strange.
Well, they see the signs, but people don't act. They're not proactive.
And that's my point exactly. How do you when do you go? When do you go to the counselor? When do you go to the police or to your parents to let them know? They're waiting too long, I believe.
Well, in certain cases, as this one, this gentleman had these weapons in the home, the father, and they're legally
What state
registered.
was this? What state?
Texas.
Oh,
in Texas.
yeah.
And so
Yeah.
here you have it where he was able to get his hands on
Right.
these weapons that are in his home that his father, carelessly enough, is not put away safe, obviously, and he had the opportunity to think about it. This is premeditated, as you
Right,
feel, allegedly
right,
premeditated. So these things that you happen to see with these children, there's something going on somewhere. Something's missing. So again, we go back to Pastor Darby talking about our young people and what they experience, and thank God there's not more of these. I mean, one is more than enough, and once
just
we had
had one.
it,
We
it's
had
one
crazy.
every month.
About 3 months ago.
But,
Right, every month
yeah,
we
but
have
you have
one.
some children, you got
Yes.
youth that are suffering. They are suffering really bad. So I thank him for coming on, talking about how they're going to be as a church leader in the community to help end teenage homelessness. And the mayor of D.C. is doing that as well. She's ending homelessness.
Yeah, oh yes,
I think
right.
she had
She's
something.
working on
yeah,
that
she's
really
working on-
hard.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, and I wish I thought of the question when the pastor was, the young minister was talking to us. Are the young people that we're servicing, are they from D.C. and Maryland, Virginia? Are they local? Are they coming from other states and coming to Washington?
They're
Because
probably
a lot
coming
of
from-
people have been coming to D.C. and other metropolitan areas because they feel that number one, it's easier to move around, and
There's
but
more
the most
access
important,
to-
they have access to people,
Resources.
but
Yeah.
they still get through the cracks because they don't know where
The
to
system,
start.
right.
You know, so I'm just wondering, on an average, are these local people? Are these
For
people
the
coming?
most part, they more likely
Yeah.
are local. I would stand
Yeah.
up on a limb and say I believe they are. They're located, the churches in Southeast D.C.
Uh-huh.
So you have a lot of our young people who are out there on, just out in the streets.
Right.
And so a lot of them are being
They
reached.
don't
That's
have
called a
skill-
community
right.
outreach.
Right.
So you
Right.
got to start at home.
In the
and at home
community.
is right around where you service your community as a
That's true.
church and as a people. So the southeast quarter of that is right there. So I can believe they're going to really get the attention of a lot of the young kids. I just see those kids roaming around the streets all the time. All the time, all type of nights. And you hear he's talking about elementary? Did you hear them
Yeah.
talk about elementary? I
Exactly.
see young kids on their own running around the streets in Southeast, and I'm talking 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds, really running around the street, even younger than that, just out there on their own, going wherever they're going, and doing what they feel they can do and feel they're big enough to do it. So I believe a lot of them are going to come from the southeast side, and they're going to
And that's
probably
a good
open
thing.
it up in other community areas
Yeah.
as well. But you got to, take care of your home
Yeah,
front.
that's
and I
true.
think that's
Yeah,
what's
I was
true.
sitting here looking at some of their sponsors, and I see Marriott Corporation is
That's
one of the
good.
sponsors here.
Yeah, we should talk to
Confident
him about
House.
that when he comes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Covenant's House, right? I mentioned it.
I'm looking at this one, Community Connection. I really like to learn more about that. Bright Beginnings is another resource. Sasha Bruce.
Right.
I'm not familiar with this agency. Is it OSSA? OSSE?
Well, it must be under the District of Columbia because
The
that's their
Opportunity Services,
community-
the
it
community
must
of
be,
employment.
because that's
Yeah,
the
because a
DC
lot of
flag.
them, right, a lot of the OSSE employ the young people, and they probably partner with them under the District of Columbia.
And then
That's
the
part of the
American
mayor's.
Social
That's part
Office
of
of
the mayor's.
Social Services,
yeah,
maybe,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good
and
job.
education.
Yeah,
maybe.
they reached out some good
Good
resources.
Yep.
Definitely have. So, Peg, I know we got a lot of things happening moving forward with some conferences that are going to be coming up. What are we going to be involved with? Because I know we got a
Well,
lot
let me
of that.
We
tell
gotta
you
talk
what's
about
happening
tomorrow, too.
today. Actually, the 100 Black Men of Prince George's County had an awesome event. I was supposed to be attending that, but my commitment was here Okay, first. Okay.
Thank you.
They try to pull me away,
Thank
but I
you.
said no.
Right, thank
I said,
you.
no,
I said
Charlene
no.
is gone, so
No,
I
no,
can't leave
you
y'all
leave
two.
us hanging.
No
We're
way.
not going down two sisters live.
No.
I refuse to go down
Free,
two
but not
sisters live.
two.
I said, I can't do that to them. I got to show up.
Right.
It might be a minute or two late, but I'm showing up.
Right.
Then, if you're familiar, we always talk about Sisters for Sisters Incorporated. Not us. We're Sisters for Sisters Network Incorporated.
Right.
But Sisters for Sisters Incorporated is our sister organization. They're having their Possibility Tea that they do each year. And that's going on now. And ironically, Sharon is there representing us on our behalf. On June 1st, one of our sisters, Cynthia Green, her and her husband has an awesome marriage built to last. And it's going to be their third annual event that's going to be happening at the Harborside Hotel in Oxon Hill. Again, that's June 1st and 2nd. I don't have a time on that. I don't see a time. But again, if you're interested to learn more, you can give me a call at 240-678-0117. What's coming up as well is the annual POW Networking Conference. That is the
You
conference.
don't want to miss that.
Oh my goodness, that is a conference.
We're not talking about that enough because June is here and then
it
July
is-
is
July
just
is
really
almost-
creeping
right,
up
it's creeping.
fast.
Here. To be honest with you, this is where the organization was birthed from the very first conference back in 2002. The conference is here in Prince George's County, but the sad thing about it, it's going to be leaving and it's going to be moved to Houston, Texas for 2019 and 2020. It looks like it will be coming back 2021. So we want to just celebrate this year. We want everybody to come out. If you're interested, the tickets are like $3.99. There's a special going on for $2.99, but it's only for 2 days. I think it's the 19th and 20th, which is today and tomorrow. But if you really, 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 really want to go, you can be part of Sisters for Sisters Network, and you can get it for $1.99.
Oh, that's a bargain.
Okay. Oh, that's truly a
That's
bargain.
a real bargain.
Okay.
Better
for
jump
those-
on it.
For an event like this,
Facebook
which
world.
is yeah.
Yeah, this is the 5th,
Better
6th,
jump
and
on it.
7th. 3-day conference.
So how many people, because we talk about Power Networking Conference, and you say, oh, I'm going to go and I'm going to meet and I'm going to come and be a part of it, but you're just looking at how many people may be there?
Oh, they normally drive
several
in
thousand.
about 1,000.
Yeah.
Good.
Right.
Okay. Because you have the good thing about it being here in this area is that you got people that can drive down from New York,
New
or from
Jersey,
North, New
or
Jersey,
Richmond,
come down.
from any part of the, north or south.
Anybody from the south can come up and meet us. So that's the beauty. So when it moves to Houston, then that's when travel has come into play, because that means we're going to have to get a flight, out to down to Houston. So I just urge everybody, take an opportunity to engage in this.
You really shouldn't miss it.
Because this is going to change your life.
Yeah, you really should
This
not
will
miss
change
it.
your life. And Linda, you've been there.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I haven't attended the event.
You will
You
be
really
there.
have
We
to
got to
go.
shut down this.
It's the
be
who's
there.
who of Black America in business, the network, and you really should attend the education. Young people, you really should be there because they even offer young people, if you're college age, you can come free.
You can come free.
So, there's no excuse for the young people, because this is
And
your,
Dante, I
you better
expect you
do
to be
it.
there.
Dante, right. Dante, we want you and friends
And
to
friends, take
call
advantage of it.
Take advantage of it, because this next year you're going to have to travel to Houston.
That's
so,
right.
because it's in the DMV, it's a true blessing, because I know when we traveled, I mean, it was a true blessing then. Then you get to meet people from all over the world.
place, yeah.
All over the world. I mean, from as far as South Africa,
Ghana.
the Caribbean, Ghana.
Nigeria.
I mean, I sat in classes. You have classes day and night. So it's not like it's just in the morning, noon, at night, 9 o'clock. They're in the PM. Their classes that begin. There are sessions that begin at 9 o'clock, and
9
they're
o'clock
mainly,
at night.
especially
Exactly.
for the young people, because they can hang.
Right.
And so and because I can hang with the young people, I've sat in on one of the young. I just wanted to check to see what are they doing, and this was a global. That's what drew me in. It said global, and I love anything global, international. And I walked in, and they had a panel of professors and youth coordinators and persons from as far as South Africa. It's a young man that comes every year. I think his name is Eric, who comes in from South Africa.
Yeah,
and they were talking, they are sitting there and they're talking about ways, their experience as a young person. You know, this gentleman was in South Africa, and his story is very similar, I believe, like Noor, you know, the gentleman that comes from South Africa who's on the talk show, you know, and so, you know, they've been through a lot as young people. It's just like the young people here on the street.
Yeah.
Some of them were young people on the street because of the black-white issue there, you know, they could not, you know, you might have had a black father and you have your African mother, a black African mother, and you couldn't even walk on the same side of the street during that time. You know, so you got to hear what they went through. And then you get to witness which I witnessed, the breakthrough that young men that were sitting in our audience listening to their elders and what they went through. And it was one young man who he just broke down and cried, you know. And then the men gathered around him, and I'm wondering, wonder what happened.
Tapped into
what happened was he was a young man. His testimony was the fact that at this point, he's 21 years old, but at 17, he got in trouble. He lived in this area, or either somewhere in the northeast area of the United States. I'm not sure if it was actually not DMV. Might have been New York, New Jersey. But the bottom line is, this young man, after witnessing how they overcame, it hit him how he had just made a breakthrough too, because he made a mistake at 17 years old, got in trouble. So they didn't put him in jail, they put him on probation. He was so afraid from 17 to 21, because he was on probation, that he would do something wrong and go to jail until it drove him crazy.
Yeah.
I believe
those are the
thing
type
that
things that's happening to our young people, because he got in trouble, you know, just wrong time, wrong place. But the judge told, if you get in trouble one more time, you're going to jail.
That has to be something within a young person to have to deal with.
That stress.
Because it's so easy for them to do because of the peer pressures. And they're out there, and it's like, I gotta walk the narrow, straight and narrow, and not get in trouble. Because if I do anything, and he made it.
He made
so
it. He broke
that's
down and cried because he made it to 21.
Wow.
And he was doing well.
So you're saying they have things for the young people at this conference? The whole
they have symposiums teaching them about business, teaching them how to start their business. You have bankers, you have all walks of life that will teach them and mentor them.
It is so overwhelming.
You've got to go as a young person, because you got to.
And they're having this at the Gaylord.
At the Gaylord.
At the Gaylord, yes,
Hotel.
down the National Harbor.
And the dates are from
July 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Yeah. Right after the 4th of July. It's powerful. You have Yolanda Van Zandt. She's there. I can't remember her name. She's there having open sessions. These are open sessions to everyone. You have Dr. Pinkett, who was on
The Apprentice.
The Apprentice, the young black professional.
I think he was the first.
Oh yeah, he was the one. Oh my God, that I watched him on TV and I watched him win, and now. He is a part of the Power Network. You want to meet this, because that's what happened also on that same night. He walked into the room. He didn't even know what was going on, because everybody was all broken down, and he walked in the room, but he went over to comfort the man. After he found out the young man, he walked over there. He offered help. This is what happens at the Power Network. You have strong black men and women who are going to help you. get to the next level.
And it's not about going, it's about sticking and staying to who you connect with.
A network,
Right. Yeah,
being
it's
a part
network.
of the
You
network.
definitely
That net
continue
will
to-
help you, will catch you.
And you know, a lot of us don't know how to network.
That's how
Number
you
one.
learn. That's
There's
how you learn.
and it's art.
They
It's
teach
art
you
to
how to
network.
network, right?
And you know, a lot of times people used to get it all confused about networking, thinking that you have to go in there with a business card
No,
and
you
everybody
don't.
has to have your business card. That's not the way you network.
No,
And it's about networking with the right person is the key.
right.
Because when you make that right connection,
Right.
you build relationships
Yes.
from
That's
that.
what I was saying,
right.
being able to stay
Connection.
connected.
Right, and that's how you
Right.
build the
Who you-
relationship, and they
that's-
teach you
yeah.
how
Yeah.
to build relationships.
That one connection could be your
Can change your
lifeline,
life.
your
Changes your
entire
life.
life.
Change your life.
like
change
Cheryl,
your life.
that was
Yeah.
a perfect example. It
Yeah.
changed her life.
Changed your life.
Cheryl went. She did the elevator contest because they have different competitions there, and she
Okay.
won the
She
elevator
won the-
contest.
Oh, okay.
And
that's
she look at
speaking-
Cheryl today.
Speaking
Cheryl is
all over-
speaking
all
all
over
over the world,
All
the
over the
UN.
world.
Yes,
Right.
yes. I
We're
think she
so
just came
proud
back
of
from
her.
Egypt.
Somebody got your
Yeah.
money. Y'all looking for some money? Somebody there got your
Somebody
money.
got your money.
Because the father of this,
George C. Frazier.
George C. Frazier.
Yes.
We're going to have him
CEO
on
and founder.
Yeah.
Yes.
again closer to the time because he
Well, let me
came
tell you
on-
what we're going to do. Because I had a call with him the other night. We had a call because we're still strategizing,
have
getting
strategized and
everything
planning.
ready.
Okay.
What we're going to do, probably the first week in June, we're going to start each Saturday, have a call-in. We're going to have Trevor and Shay. You know those two guys,
That's
right?
true,
The
right.
marketing genius. They're going to have them in the studio, but we're going to have George call in.
Okay.
So then, and then we have some of the sisters who have experienced the Power Networking Conference can share with the audience what it feels like being in that room. Okay?
Right.
Being in that hotel, Linda can tell you, it blows
I
you
know,
away.
I know
It's
it's
awesome.
a different
It's
experience.
Awesome.
I
And
know
you're
it
looking at
is.
business, successful and unsuccessful, unbelievable businesses that exist from around the country and around the world. So you get, you'll see yourself. You're going to meet yourself.
Well, see, people have to understand, you know, my story is from this. If this had not touched my life in 2002,
Right. It's-
if I had never gone to that conference, if I had never met
Wow.
Willie Jolly,
Right.
if Willie had never connected me to George Frazier,
It's the
if I had
network,
never connected to Sharon Bullock,
connecting the dots.
That's it.
Connecting the dots.
we would not be sitting here now. I would never have thought that
I
we would
wouldn't
be
have been
sitting
here.
doing Four Sisters Live.
Right.
Right.
It blows my mind when I think about. I mean, we're having this conversation, and I'm being real.
That's real.
Who would have thought that I would have built an organization for women?
Right. That's true.
So anything can happen at this Power Networking Conference.
And it will happen.
And it will happen.
It will happen.
I can tell you stories of years going. One quick story. I remember, you know me, my photography. I love taking pictures.
Definitely.
And I went to the conference the second year. The first year I went there, and I was unemployed. I had just gotten laid off from MCI, MCI WorldCom. And so that gave me the leeway to go to the Power Networking Conference.
Right.
But came back, I had to deal with finding a job. Not knowing, I met a gentleman who is on the board, currently on the board of the National Urban League. All right. We come back, Audrey and I are sitting in church at Jamal Bryant's church in Baltimore. Sitting there, and I said to Audrey, you know what? There's a perfect job I just found in the Washington Post as a training specialist for the National Urban League. She said, well, Peggy, you know we met John at the Power Networking Conference. I said, what? See, it's all about how you talk to people and how you treat them.
That's true.
I was able to pick up the phone, make my reconnection with John. John, I told him, hey, I saw a job, National Urban League. I was in their office the next day for an interview. The next day, I was offered the job.
See?
Okay? So it's always good to treat people right the first
You
time
never
because
get
it comes
First
back.
impression.
second time, a
Okay.
second chance to make
Yeah.
a first impression.
Right.
And then,
That
let
goes
me
back,
give
yeah.
you my other experience in short. Again, the photography. I met this woman the year before, and she went, and then I attended the conference, and she was talking to someone, and I came by, and I was just taking my pictures, and I'm moving on, okay, because I know I'm going to reconnect and have a conversation with her. She came over to me, and she said, would you like to come down to Houston, Texas? No, it wasn't Houston. I got Houston from next year. Memphis, Tennessee. We're doing our annual conference for real estate agents.
Wow.
They took care of my hotel, my flights, and got paid.
Oh, wow.
Okay? So that's what I'm just saying,
You
guys.
never know
You
who
don't
you're
know
gonna
what's
connect
going to come.
You never know who you're
what's
going to
come out of that.
No, you never know. So we want you all to definitely
go to the Power Network.
Come
give
to
them
the
their
Power
website.
Network.
And that's another.
Yeah,
Just give them the website because there's a lot of information
they can go to
there.
PowerNetworkingConference.com. Go there, but if you want to go with us and get it for the $199, because if you go there,
just
you're
go there for the
pay
information.
$4.99.
They have a lot of
there.
videos, so just you get to see a lot of the videos. If you go to YouTube too, because
you go to YouTube.
George Fraser, go to
FraserNet.com.
Google him, because you'll get to see the videos of past conferences, and you're bound to find some interest.
Well, these are people who are serious.
Yes.
If you're serious about Facebook, if you're serious watching us, we're putting out information that's going to change your life. Please put this on your calendar and talk about to your people in your circle. You can't be around people who are not going anywhere.
Trust me,
you gotta
go
be around
nowhere.
people.
You're
You
not
gotta
going to go
start getting
anywhere
around people who are
yourself.
thinking that you're going somewhere. It's not going to happen overnight, but it can happen at a time that is right.
And building those
and you have to build the relationship.
And build the
And that takes
relationship.
time.
And it does. Stuff is not happening overnight. And people are not going to always agree with the way it's happening, but just hang in there because it's called partnership. If you think that we coming with like-minded, we're different in our ways, but we come with like minds.
And bring it to the
and
table.
bring it to the table, and we put it out there. And if it's something that we may not agree on, we come together with it until someone agrees. And we'll go with it because why? We trust who we're around to make the right decisions.
See, look, I'm looking at this cover, and this brother here, right here, is who Reggie is connected with. I got to have a conversation with him.
See?
Exelon, right there.
Well, we already talked about that. A blessing in that. See?
Yeah.
So that's why, you gotta know who you're connected with.
Right.
And again, having relationships and the personality and how you treat people and what you're looking for. Because you never
number
know.
one,
and guess what? The other thing, that's how I went to Ghana.
That's right.
From the Power
That's
Network.
right. You got to go to Africa. You sure did.
Girl, don't.
You're right.
There's somebody at the Power. They don't call it Power.
Power Network. Power Network. That's right.
That's the root word.
Right.
Power.
Because
I didn't think about that.
I thought about it while you were talking. I thought you were because they go to Africa every year. Every year, if you want to go on a guided homeboy tour of Africa. Because we have a brother that goes every year. And also Dr. Tony Broder, he goes as well. And there's so many people, if you're interested, no matter what your interest is,
it's somebody
there's somebody at the conference that's going to be able to connect with you and educate you on how you should make that move. And we do have fun. There's also a tremendous party, the white party. We have a great party now. These professional people know how to party.
Oh, but it's going to be African style.
Oh,
this year?
Oh, really?
This year,
it's not going to be the white party. Afro party. Okay.
Oh, it's going to be
It's going to be Wakanda this year.
Wakanda style.
Wakanda style this year. So get your African garbs.
Get it together.
That's going to be really,
We're going to
really
Africa
nice.
right here at the Gaylord. At the Gaylord. I can't wait.
Well, you know what? I think it's time to take a little short break.
Oh,
and we're
yes,
gonna
speak of
come
that,
right back
'cause
and
I can
talk
talk about
close
that.
again. We're going to
Yeah.
close out because we've had a great time. We've just been sitting around like we're at home. We're just having conversations today. So
Just get a little.
hang out with us a little while longer. We'll be right back.
See ya in a few. Yes.
Always sisters, always friends. Let's stay real close till the end. Forgiving me close to you. Take it real close to you. Giving each other, letting love go. Always sisters, always friends. Really gotta learn to love each other.
All right,
Hey,
we're
y'all,
back.
we're back.
And then
guess
there's
what
four.
We got?
We got
Just
two
like
sisters
that.
plus one.
Three sisters and a brother.
Right, and the
Our brother is here.
One of the bosses of this place, VoxWave.com,
Big
Mr.
balls,
Reggie
man.
Gaskin.
Yeah, woo.
Reggie, Ray.
Yeah. And you know,
going
it's
on?
because of him that we're here.
Yeah, we're
as a matter
here.
of fact.
Yeah, he always,
thank you.
he,
Yes.
he
'Cause he
gets
said
us straight. He tells us what we need to do, how we need to
Right.
do it. We're doing something that he thinks needs to be changed. He's going to tell us that too.
But
If
you
we're
know,
doing
remember
great, he
in
gives us the
November
thumbs up.
when we first hooked, the first four of us came, out of the
Yeah,
blue.
and he came walking
and
in.
then,
yeah.
it's like, you started this.
Yeah, you started this. But I definitely, before we leave, we want to take time out to thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, my
Yes,
brother.
yes,
Thank you.
You
yes.
know, we want to drag in because you did something earlier, so we want to. Right. Don't think we forget
I just
about
bust up in
You
there.
done bust up in
Some
our
attention.
legs, right?
We want to give you some attention.
But see, you got it like that, so you're the only person can walk through here like that.
Well, I really want to say thank you to you guys because you guys have been a real inspiration to me. Every time I do something, any kind of drive I have, or toy drive, or coat drive for the homeless, or something for the homeless, you guys have always been my go-to people when I want to get out in the neighborhood because I can't be everywhere.
Yeah.
You guys
True.
have really been able to help me to get us our mission out there, what we're trying to do for the community. You guys are always in the community. You just had a play you did. We did something for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
like
did that
that's
go? I never
something
talked
for
to you about that. How did that go?
It went well.
That's
It went
good.
well. There's
Yes, it
always
did.
things that we can improve
We had a ball.
on.
Yeah.
But it was a start because we got out of the community in D.C. and went to New York.
Right.
So I think that was an opportunity that was great for us. Sister for Sisters came.
Yeah.
Yes,
They
we
came.
had a
So
great
it went
time.
well, Reggie.
Yeah,
Thank
good.
you for your support.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I got something for you.
Well, you guys
Make sure
asked me to
it
do
gets
something and see if I can help you. I said, it's all you got to do is ask. I can't
That's
see and
right.
think of everything, but if you ask me to do
Yeah.
something, if I got
Yeah,
it,
you there.
you guys
You
got
there.
it.
But
And
you
so
know,
was that.
I want to applaud you because even though you have had those coat drives, toy drives, everything that have happened here, you're turned it back and given it to us so that we can give it out to the community.
Right.
So we have to applaud you as
Right,
well.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's
People ask
true.
me about how we were able to do this. And God has given me a vision. He's given it to me. And I'm just trying to be a vessel and do right
There you
by it.
go.
Simple as that.
There you
Simple
go.
as that. That's all it is.
And that's what we're doing. The same
Right.
thing.
That's all it is. So.
Well, we definitely know you doing the move and doing some things. You got anything that's
Yeah, what's
coming
coming
up we need
up?
to know about?
We're going to try to do a boat ride. We really are. We're
Yeah.
going to do a
I heard that
Odyssey.
Facebook. We're going to do a
Oh,
boat
all
ride.
right.
Right.
We're
right.
going to talk to the artists, and we did 15, 14 years ago. I was doing boat rides like 3 times a summer.
Really?
But they don't know me
Was that
anymore.
during the Wilson Line era?
No,
That was,
the
but
Odyssey.
I'm dating
That was the-
myself.
yeah, that
I'm
was the
dating
Odyssey.
myself.
I didn't get on the Wilson line.
They don't know about that.
They don't know about that.
That's taking it back.
That's taking it way back. That's what we
what you going to try to do.
We're going to try to do a midnight cruise for the entire
I would love
staff.
that.
Oh,
So
that.
everybody, give back to the community again.
Oh, that's
And we're
wonderful.
going to be doing is a lot of local artists should be there. So I'm talking to the Odyssey now and see if they're going to allow me to do this. So we're going to do this. It's going to probably be the late July, early August. So we'll see. If we
Okay.
can. So it's in
Awesome.
prayer. It's in prayer right now. So it's nothing guaranteed.
Yeah,
Right,
So if
right.
it
We
does
can
happen,
claim
you know,
it.
I mean,
Right.
everybody sell tickets. You know how they
Yeah.
go.
Right,
Everybody sell
right.
tickets.
Well, we claim it.
Okay,
we're
so
going to
let's
make
go
it
ahead.
happen.
That's the thing. You got to put it out there. We
Right.
need something.
Yeah.
Or have a good old outdoor barbecue.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
can do that.
Have
We
a
can do that.
barbecue. You don't have to go on the boat ride to have
Right.
a good time
Yeah,
now.
we go one way or another.
One way
We'll
or
have
another,
something,
we gotta
right.
have
Have
something
something.
going
Right.
on.
Right.
But Peg, you are having something tomorrow, so we
Yeah.
want to make
Oh,
sure
yeah,
we
we'll
can
make sure.
mention that
Yeah,
again.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
we're
You should
rolling
come out,
out
Reggie.
Reggie, come on
Come
out.
on out.
What you doing?
We're going to be at the Overdue Recognition Art Gallery.
Okay.
You remember Jackie Thompson that was
Yeah.
here? She's a member of the organization.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to roll out the new Four Sisters Network Incorporated.
Okay.
And then we're going to celebrate my mother's birthday. She's turning 85.
Okay.
So we're going to do all that. And
That's
then we're going to
great.
have political leaders, those who are running for office, they're going to stop by as well. So it's going to be a full-packed event tomorrow.
And the art gallery is awesome.
Okay.
You
Oh,
might want to
yeah,
give an
we-
event there. And if you
Oh,
want to give a
that's a
nice,
good place to
that
have
would be
it.
an excellent place to
Yeah.
have
How
an
many
event.
It's at the Boyd Town Center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Overdue
Right next to
Recognition Art
Macy's.
Gallery.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I might be able to check it out. I'm doing an event tonight with an event tonight down at the what's the name? The Harmony Hall. They
Oh,
have an
yeah.
event going on down there tonight.
In Livingston Road, off in that area,
Road.
yeah.
A great. Some of the artists have come through here. They're going to be there tonight.
Okay.
So I'm going to go down there and support those guys. Like you're doing something for the community, a domestic violence event. You're doing something.
Oh,
for the community.
really?
Some
Wonderful.
wine event and everything. So it starts at 7. So I'm going to go down there and shake a leg, put something on real nice, look real slick for
Oh,
once.
no, so you ain't gonna look like a little bum, girl. You know how to dress
I'm
up.
gonna dress up just a little
Dress
bit.
up.
So I always try to support everything. Everybody's part of the community
Yeah.
here.
Right.
Fox Wave. I try to
That's
support
building
everything I can.
relationships.
Oh, the radio station on the app. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I
You
absolutely
come-
I
We
We didn't
absolutely
announce
love
that.
it.
That's
Yes.
that's the Vox Wave.
As
Vox
soon as
Wave.
if you tune in now, you see the
Yeah.
little arrow. Below there's another little media box that you click on that.
Yeah.
And it's streaming music 24/7.
Streaming music.
24/7.
Check it
So
out.
tell 'em where to
Check
go,
it out.
though.
Oh, they
Yeah.
go right to the front page of the website.
Vox Wave.
And it's a button.
It's
under
an
the-
app.
It's a
Go-
button
go
under
to your
there.
app.
You can just click on it. Just plays music 24/7.
And
a
a
lot
really
of local artists.
lot of local and
Really?
oh, it's some nice music. I
a lot
use
of
it at
local
work.
artists.
I hook it up to my speaker.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Well, I appreciate you.
I do.
Vox is
Good
on the
job.
move.
Vox is
We try
on
to
the
do something,
move.
you know. We try to do something.
Yeah,
big
a
thing
little
for the
something,
community. Little something.
Yeah,
We
well,
can't do it all at one time. We're
But
gonna
that's it.
gotta do it
one
in
bill a
faith.
day.
Right,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true. That's
One
true.
bill a day, so we're gonna take it step by step.
Well, we definitely want to thank some people. Sponsor, one of our sponsors, the Martin
Yeah.
Burney Group.
Keisha.
Martin
Keisha.
Burney, the diva.
If you need a
B&B
house,
real
she
estate.
is the lady.
She will be here next week to roll out some
Oh,
things, those
okay.
tips on how you can become
love her.
in the real estate, how you can start doing some things yourself.
Flipping
property, investing some money. Yeah, you need that,
Yeah, I
right?
mean, 'cause, you know, my hands are golden. I put this table together. We lights, electrician. I do a little.
Yeah, you do
right.
everything. Yeah.
Yes, my grandfather gave me all that.
Okay.
He's not here today, but I thank him.
Yes,
But
he
thank
is.
him
He's
for
here.
a little boy how
He's
to rub
here.
in my hands.
There you go.
This
There you
table right
go.
here is him. He's here.
Well, this is good. This is a good.
This is a
This
good
is
table.
really
Yeah.
solid. A
Right.
solid table. Is this with the aura? Who put that aura?
We did.
But no, I mean, but she will be here. Keisha Martin Burney Group is one of our sponsors. She'll be
Yes.
here next week, our Entrepreneur Week, and to talk about some things that's happening out there in the homes. She's gotten some beautiful
Oh
homes.
my goodness.
Wonderful
Yeah.
homes. Have you seen them on
Yeah,
her Facebook?
on
Go
the
her
Facebook.
I have to go on her Facebook
A
page.
Martin Burney Group. Yeah, they got some really nice homes. And now these homes are flipping. And I'm telling you, it's the $1 million homes up in the Northwest area.
See, she's going to be on $1 million listing
Yeah,
now.
she's gonna be really
she's a
doing her
lister
thing.
for
But
But
$1
did
million
y'all guys see
houses.
the show on Steve Harvey where these 3 kids and a young lady, so it was 4 of them, who are actually flipping houses?
No.
One, oh my God, the young lady, she's probably no more than 11, 12 years old, is in charge.
Oh, excuse
She's
me.
in charge of her 3 brothers, right? One is a director. He manages all of the property. Girl, I sat there and I'm like saying, can we learn
If they
from them?
if they can do
They
it,
were how old?
They were 10 and 11 years old.
wow.
That's a blessing.
That someone taught them
Let me
that.
tell
I'm
you. Let
telling
me tell you. I will get the video and show y'all guys. If that wasn't a piece to inspire anyone, it was
Especially
that.
young people.
And they actually bought their price sheet. I mean, the money sheet, like $300,000. This is what they were making.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Making
Hey, their
that at
education
this
is
age?
paid for.
At that age,
Wow.
girl, it blew me away. I said, you know
In
what?
America. It's America.
Yeah, only in America.
got it going on.
Only
And
in
some of our
America.
kids
Only
can
in
watch
America.
that.
That's right.
That
And
in
learn
itself
from
and
that.
learn from
Yeah.
that. That's
Let
an
the
And they
children
weren't even
be-
teenagers. They're still like 9, 10, 11, and 12 years
little
old.
teens.
Yeah.
Preteen.
And sharp as a
Preteen.
tack. Oh, they
Yeah.
were elegant.
Wow. That's
They were
awesome.
elegant. So we got to show that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got to bring some youth here anyway. They're entrepreneurs. They got a lot of young
Yeah,
people
we got,
who have started
June
their
is
business
creeping up
and
on us.
everything.
Yeah,
and so
yeah,
we want
the
to bring
June
them in
shows.
here.
Yeah.
Bring the June shows. So we just had a great day today. I'm excited.
Yes.
Charlene, we pray for that you come
Charlene,
back
we
from
miss
Windsor,
you.
England. No, just keep
Oh,
messing.
where is Charlene today? Which she's sitting?
She's sitting right here.
I know she used to sit with the white glasses on there.
She's visible, invisible right now.
Barbara Womack's now.
She's on travel, doing her thing. I was
She's
teasing
in
her.
London
She's
right
in
now.
London. Okay.
Yeah,
Was she
okay.
at the big
at the
was she
wedding.
Was she
At the
Was she at
royal wedding.
Was she at the
From
wedding?
afar,
From
from
afar,
afar,
okay.
from afar, probably.
right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, we're doing a thing. So we thank you, all of you, for watching, and we've had a great day today.
Yes,
I just know we've been doing some good things. Peggy, thank you.
No, thank y'all guys.
I want to make one announcement.
Teamwork.
Make an announcement
Oh,
about
yeah.
one more. Yeah, the Evening of Cultures. Don't forget, you can start now getting your tickets because right now we have an early bird special.
Okay.
So if Chase the Dream, Arts, Beauty, and Culture, and Helena and I, and this is how you meet people. Helena McCone, I met her right at Sister for Sister Network meeting.
Yep.
We formed the business, a cultural business every year for the
Let's
last
see this,
3
'cause
years.
Yeah.
We have
You can
you
show
can
them
put
how you
on
can
your
rap.
African attire.
Yeah,
This
this
year
is
we're
how
going to
you rap.
focus on
This is the
head
rap.
wraps
Head
from
wrap.
different
Head
parts
wrap.
of Africa and different and Muslim. All types of head wraps. We're going to focus on that.
Well, give me
We
the head
have
wraps.
all types of food from around the world. We have acts, drumming. Come on to our event.
All right.
So right now we have a special going, and you can go to Eventbrite. It's the Evening of Cultures. Go to eventbrite.com, and you can get your tickets there. Tickets right now only $25. Okay, and they go up more at the door.
Do you get something to eat and drink with
Yes,
$25?
yes, you do. You get
Look
entertainment.
who their partner is.
Yeah.
Sisters for
Sisters Network.
Inc.
It's us. Now, you know how we roll.
We don't play.
You know how we roll.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Peggy's name on it. Sister for Sisters on it.
Network. That's right. As a matter of fact, it would be really nice as a sponsor.
As a sponsor.
That's right. We have a
Vox
backdrop
Wave.
and put Vox Wave up there.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
With the big logo up
But
there.
the logo
That's
up
right.
there.
Brand.
That's right.
You gotta
That's
get
right.
your size
There
right.
you go.
Exactly.
That's what we
which
want.
I
Let's
like.
go.
Talk to Star Import, something about the next
That,
door.
oh yeah,
Yes.
you know I haven't
Yes.
forgotten Star Imports, of
Yes.
course, you know.
What's the
So,
information
and
on here
the
that they
date
can
is
go?
October, so you have plenty of time.
Definitely.
October the 5th, Friday,
Is it an
October the
outside
5th.
event? Is it outside?
It's at the Silver Spring Civic
Convention
Building,
Center.
you know,
Okay.
right there at City Place, inside, indoor.
Okay.
And
Beautiful.
it starts at 6, what time? 6:30?
6:30.
6:30 to 11:45, almost 12 o'clock. We got to go. But you're going to get all types, and we have we're going to talk this year about breast cancer. So we
Yeah, I was
always,
seeing the
we
information
always
on
have. Last year was mental illness.
What
This
year is
year's
this?
going to
Because
be.
we've been doing this for a while. Is this
This is the third year.
Oh, the third
It's
year?
the
Okay.
third year. So we look forward. We give a part of our proceeds will go to breast cancer victims, warriors as we're calling them. So you'll hear more about it, but just want to put it down now. Go to Eventbrite. If you are a vendor, we have a space for you to sell your wares. So we have a marketplace as well. So music, food, a marketplace, dancing,
Oh my God.
all of this
Yes.
for that little bit.
You can shake a leg and everything?
Shake a leg,
shake a leg.
shake a leg, and
Shake a leg.
everything.
Shake
We
a
have
butt.
DJ. We have DJ
Shake a
too,
butt.
international DJ. So we play music from around the world.
All right, then.
So come and join us.
Come and join. They're going to be there. Sounds like it'll be fun.
October the 5th. It's fun
It's
every
fun
year.
every
I tell you
year.
what's going to be fun. He's getting ready to take us to lunch.
Ooh.
Ah, Reggie
I
get ready to take
had
us.
already ordered some food. Ron ate most of it.
Oh, Ron didn't know.
Ron had pancakes
whatever.
this
I
morning.
saw you were eating. Your mouth was moving. That's why you were choking and had no water.
Pancakes, everything. Always
Hey,
got
no
to
wonder
eat.
he's so nice today.
He wasn't hungry.
Right. Yeah, we saw you over
We
there.
got you now, Ron.
Yes.
But we thank you all for watching as always. We're Four Sisters Live. We miss you, Charlene. We know we'll see
Miss
you
you,
next
girl.
week, wherever you
Yeah.
are. Be safe. We want you all to stay safe out there with this weather and the rain, but just love someone. You know, the word for
Love
the
up
day
on
is
someone.
love.
Right.
Love up on someone and live life and be happy.
Happy.
And we want you all to watch us next week. We'll be right back here on VoxWave.com.
And we're going to talk about entrepreneurship.
And we're going to talk about
Entrepreneurship
entrepreneurship.
next week, yes.
So thank you, Dante.
Thank you,
Our
Dante.
production
Yeah,
manager
yeah.
and
Woo.
assistant
See
here.
you,
Thank you,
Facebook.
Ron, our engineer.
Thank you, Ron.
We appreciate you so much.
And thank you, Reggie.
And thank you, Reggie.
Who we forgetting?
What y'all gonna walk in what?
We're going to ready to do that. And we always say, what time is
time
it?
is it?
That's right. What
and
time
it's
is it?
time for you to walk in your purpose and prosperity. See you next week.
Woo!
Love
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
You gotta rock with us, John.
Yeah, you got to rock with us. Here we go.
Always sisters. staying